Hello, once more, people of Biafra. It is time for us to, bring you this wonderful information once more. The person you are seeing on your screen is Uchechi Kanu, the divorcee, the divorced wife of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Of recent, she has started coming online more frequently to speak. And then when she comes to speak, she only talks about what are you doing for the release of Nnamdi Kanu? You must do this for your self-preservation. You must do that, and all of that nonsense. What are the actions that this woman is taking for the betterment of her? Supposed, because she still carries herself in the light that she's still the wife of Nnamdi Kanu. So we want to ask, what have you done? Or you just came out to talk? But then we are going to play her video for you to listen to, and we are going to, even if you listen carefully to it, you are going to pick out the conflicting messages she is putting forward. But then before we go there, these people want to scatter this their IPOB with bekus and knacking. She's having issues, a very heated problem with the one they call Ejiofo, because of bekus and knackings. They have used bekus and knackings to scatter that IPOB. They have messed the whole place with bekus and knackings. But then it is none of our business. Whatever works for them or whatever makes them sleep at night, they should continue. If they feel by coming online to talk nonsense all the time and dragging the PM Simon Ekpa will make them sleep at night, they should continue. All we know is that the real Biafrans know what they are doing and know who to support and know what to do at the right time. But we must continue. When we see their propaganda taken to another level, we must continue to disabuse the minds of Biafrans from all these nonsense propagandas. And that is the reason why we must be bringing some of these informations to you, for you to clear your minds and for us to, put all this propaganda and lies to bed. Now, I want you to listen to her.
That self-preservation is what I am looking for in the current happenings and event in Igbo land, Biafra land, and Nigeria by extension. Incessant killings, incessant kidnapping, houses being burnt down, and these people have lost consciousness. They've lost human consciousness. These are people whose brain cannot relate to what self-preservation is. And they need to be tamed and schooled.
Now, you've listened to part of what she said. I'm going to bring another part, but then let's just talk a little about what she has said so far. She talked about Nigeria, and that's not even interesting. That's not even my business. The interesting part of what she said is that self-preservation. She talked about self-preservation, and then she talked about the numerous buyings, kidnappings, and things going on. And I know fully well that the buying she's talking about is that the Biafra Defense Forces are now buying the zoo soldiers, and it is ongoing, and that people have lost their self-preservation and all of that nonsense. The question we are posing to her is, where were you when these zoo soldiers were humiliating Biafrans? Where were you when they are flogging Biafrans and throwing them into the mud? Where were you where they were buying innocent Biafrans in Aba, which was even reported by what do they call them? These international rights observers, or what do they call them? I've forgotten their name again. Even reported outside the country. Where were you when they were buying innocent Biafrans in Mpo, in Eleme? Where were you? Where was your voice? And now the Biafrans are revenging and defending their land. You say there's too much violence, that people should stop. You are advocating for people to stop and get back their consciousness. So are you telling us that the people who their brothers and sisters were buried unlawfully, unjustly by these people, that they should remain quiet and fold their arms and continue to watch? I met a young man who his brother was spied by this process, and this young man, he confessed to me that if he has any opportunity to handle a weapon, that the police and the army will not rest, that he is going to deal with them and deal with them mercilessly. And this is the mind and position of many Biafrans whose brothers, sisters, relatives have been buried and have been disgraced by these police people. You think it is easy for you to lose a loved one for nothing, no just cause, because a foolish policeman is trigger happy, a foolish military man is trigger happy? Do you think? And you come online to spew this nonsense. That is why people, when they listen to you, if you go to our comment section and see the kind of abuse that people are raining on her, you would not believe it. She has lost her touch, and it is time for her to go in. But the spirit of betrayal will never allow them to think and do the right thing. Now, listen to this other part that she is talking about.
We are being treated, being marginalized. Nnamdi Kanu has been incarcerated for over 3 years, and it is all okay because you think it does not concern you. You're sitting in your house and just saying, "Oh, they should release Nnamdi Kanu, they should let him go, and not coming out to join IPOB to speak against the injustice we as a people are facing. You think it's about Nnamdi Kanu? No. You need to understand that it is about a people.
Now you heard what she said. She went further to say that you have seen how Nnamdi Kanu was incarcerated for over 3 years, and you are still in your house just talking about it without coming forward to join IPOB to speak. Now, what is the difference? That somebody is in the the confines of his home or the comfort of his home, and posting and speaking about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and his ordeal, or coming to join you to do the same thing, which is speaking. What is the difference? Is this still not on social media that the person is speaking? What action are you taking for the release of your husband? What action are you taking? Nothing. It is only the Biafra government in Nigeria that is taking actions, delegitimizing this government, putting them in check, ensuring that they do not overdo, ensuring that they do not run over our land, ensuring that they understand that it is going to be very, very, very costly for them to continue to keep Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. But you are only coming out to speak. Now, it begs the question, since 3 years, what have you been doing? Why have you been quiet? Why did you suddenly gain your voice to come and speak? Why? How? Can you explain? Because you have been quiet, or it is just recently that you started speaking, and you are now trying to tell other people that they are not doing the right thing by staying at home. But you have stayed at home for years, since Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was taken into custody. You never spoke. That is another sign for you to understand that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was no longer with her. That is another sign, because we continue to. I asked that question severally in the beginning. Why is it that this woman remained quiet when the husband is passing through these issues? People did not know why we were asking those questions, because we knew that they were no longer together. Something has happened. That union is no longer the way it used to be. Something has gone wrong. Because if the woman was still strongly in love with her husband and still with her husband, she would have, been going from one media house to the other, speaking, challenging the government, talking and asking them to do something for the release of her husband. But she did not do all those things. Opportunity came for her to go to international media space to talk about Biafra and talk about her husband, the ordeal of her husband. She rejected, only for her to come to this local IPOB, Radio Biafra, to talk. When you are given opportunity to go to an international media where the world will hear you, you rejected. You rejected to speak for your supposed husband. That is a sign that something was wrong. And we asked that question, IPOB, DOS, and all their chinchi, they came out. Anyways, in my next video, I am going to talk about the one they call a Mecca gift. I'm going to talk about him, and I'm going to talk about one other guy. I've forgotten his name, but I'm going to talk about him. You are going to know what these people are all and about. Thank you for listening. It is Biafra Fest.